All right, what we're gonna do is start out with some great stretches right here. We're gonna start out with our butterfly breath, and this is just gonna help open up the hips and the neck and spine. So we're gonna lean down, let the knees come up, take a big deep breath in and breathe out as we reach that head up to the ceiling, stretching the front of the neck, at the same time pressing the knees into the floor as best you can. This is a challenging move if you do it at your very best. So what I want you to try to do is get ready, relax here, and then breathe out, pushing those knees down. And try to take multiple breaths here. See if you can take a couple of breaths while your head is up and you're pressing those knees down. That's the challenge here, but that's where the work comes. You see how I'm rolling my shoulders down and back, reaching my head up and breathing, and then coming back down, collapsing inward, crunching my abs in, and then trying to breathe out and reach my head up. What I move next into is the butterfly neck roll. So right now, I'm just relaxing my knees, clasping my feet, and just relaxing my arms, and then rolling my head back and forth, alternating directions. You can see here with the side angle that my back is slightly arched. I'm not lifting my back. I'm not lifting my chest. I'm just focused on rolling my head back and forth and exploring the range of motion I have at my neck. You can push your knees into the floor and pull on your feet a little bit to straighten your back out. I prefer not to here. I just prefer to try to relax and let my neck kind of roll around. This is a challenging move just to explore that range of motion by itself, so forcing other movements like pressing the knees into the floor and lifting the chest is optional as you get better and more experienced with this neck roll. But initially, as you go, it's totally cool to just stay relaxed and just roll the head around, finding the relaxation into the neck. It's always good to finish off with one more big butterfly breath to try to press those knees into the floor and feel what you have done and extend through the spine to get that arch to come back. I go from here and move into the wide sit neck roll here. So I want to get into that nice wide sit stretch. Find a good decent stretch here where my knees are not feeling like they're going to lift up and my hands are pressing forward. You might want to sit on a yoga block here if this is a challenging position. But sitting here in this position here, I'm finding that nice adductor stretch, that inner thigh stretch, and then I'm rolling my head around. From there, I want to reach over to one side and try to reach for my foot. If I can, I grab my foot and rock a little bit, exploring that range of motion here as I'm reaching to one side. If you can't reach your foot, you can just grab your ankle and try to reach. I noticed here for the first time I was super close to my knee. This is not something that I'm used to doing. It was kind of a shock for me to find how close I could get to my knee. So I went right to the other side and I could touch my forehead to my knee. And it was a very exciting experience. I was relatively shocked at my new ability to touch my forehead to my knee right here. And this all came after doing some foam rolling and then doing that butterfly breath and that neck roll. I really had noticed that the neck roll was something that was helping me explore deeper ranges of motion in other exercises, and I just wanted to try it out, and I really realized it immediately translated into this wide sit forward fold, becoming so much easier. So I explored this range of motion here, as you can see, by alternating my little reach here and allowing my body to relax from side to side. This was a really good stretch here after I had touched my head to my knee and explored that. And I was like, let me try this one more time. And look at that. I could really do that. And that was so different for me at that moment. I had to explore it again on the other side. Like, oh my goodness. And yeah, both sides, I could get my head down. And it was very awesome. I was shocked right there. My face says it all. But moving into this pretzel roll here, this is something that was my body was screaming to do after I did that wide sit stretch to get that inner rotation at the hip, where it's actually external rotation at the hip. But I was working into that because it felt good to work there after I did that wide sit stretch. So I wanted to work into this pretzel roll here, this position. And what I do here is I just explore this position and I'm trying to lift my leg off the floor in that position. Leaning back, not too far back, but just subtly leaning back and trying to force that glute med to lift up. Right here, I'm going to kind of make an adjustment and lean back a little bit more to let myself lift that leg up. That's kind of bad form there. I just wanted to see how that felt though, and it did feel like cheating as I leaned back too far. But then what I wanted to do was play with my foot and just lift my heel off the floor. I could feel that really dig into my hip, and started to play with kind of like ankle cars, ankle motion here at the foot to try to explore this motion a little bit more. But this is a great little stretch sequence that you guys could add It's about 5 minutes, and it's really awesome. You can see the results right there, and I hope you guys try it.